In recent football news, the introduction of blue cards for 10-minute sin bin trials has stirred controversy. Fans, managers and players are split. Some see it as a necessary disciplinary measure, while others fear it could dull the excitement of the game. The question remains, will blue cards enhance football or detract from its essence? Step into the future of football with the revolutionary blue cards. Sign up today for exclusive updates and an in-depth analysis. Join us on this exciting journey as we explore the world of blue cards and their potential impact on the beautiful game. Don't miss out on this game-changing innovation. Subscribe now to Football First for a front row seat to the evolution of football and stay ahead in the world of sports. Football icon Paul Merson, famous for his Arsenal days, is dead set against blue cards, branding them a waste of time and a recipe for dull football. Joining him are top bosses like Tottenham's Ange Postecoglou and Everton's Sean Dyche. Social media is buzzing with fans feeling peeved, viewing it as more meddling in their cherished sport. The big debate is whether blue cards will enhance the game or just spoil the fun. Some argue they're necessary to curb bad behaviour, but others fear they'll suck the excitement out of matches. It's a burning issue in football circles, with no clear consensus in sight. Jumping into social media, you'll find football fans in an uproar over blue cards. They're pretty peeved because they see it as more meddling from the bigwigs in football. Fans are saying this new rule is unnecessary and just adds to the stuff that already bugs them about the game. It's like tossing gasoline onto a fire that's already burning hot. They want the game to stay as it is, without all these extra rules getting in the way. Okay, let's delve a bit deeper into these blue cards. The whole idea is to crack down on cynical fouls and players giving lip to the referees. Imagine a scenario, a player gets a bit too aggressive or starts mouthing off. Boom, they're shown a blue card and sent to the sin bin for a 10-minute breather. It's like hitting pause on their game to cool off. Now, here's where it gets interesting. They want to try this out during FA Cup and Women's FA Cup matches, almost like a test run. It's a bold move, shaking up the usual routine and keeping everyone on their toes. Who knows, it might just revolutionise the game or fizzle out. Only time will tell. But for now, it's got everyone talking and wondering what's next. While many in the football world are firmly against the idea of blue cards, there are some who see a glimmer of hope in them. They think these cards might make players hesitate before doing anything naughty. But honestly, most folks aren't sold on the idea. They'd rather stick with how things are than mess with the game's vibe. It's like saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So, while there's a bit of optimism flowing around, most people are keeping their expectations low. They don't want to get their hopes up just to be let down. It's a bit of a wait-and-see situation really. Who knows, maybe blue cards will surprise us all, but for now, it's just a big maybe. The talk about blue cards keeps going, and FIFA and UEFA are on opposite sides of the fence. FIFA is all about giving blue cards a shot, seeing what they can do, but UEFA's not so sure, deciding to keep them out of their big tournaments for now. It's like they're playing tug of war with this idea, each side pulling in a different direction. This difference of opinion just goes to show how tricky it can be to make big changes in football. With two major organisations butting heads like this, it's hard to predict which way things will go. All we can do is sit back and watch how it all unfolds. The big worry about blue cards is how they might change the game we all know and love. Some folks are concerned that teams will play it safe, focusing more on defence to avoid players getting sent off. But others think it could actually make things fairer on the field, making players think twice before breaking the rules. It's a bit of a toss-up. While some fear it might slow things down, others hope it'll clean up the game and make it more respectable. In the end, we won't know until we try it out. It's a gamble, but it might just pay off in the long run. With blue cards on the horizon, everyone's wondering how players will react. Some think they'll straighten up to avoid sitting out, but others aren't so sure. They reckon players might just find sneaky ways to skirt the rules without getting caught. It's a bit of a guessing game. While some believe it'll make players more cautious, others think they'll still try to bend the rules as much as they can. It's like a game of cat and mouse, the players trying to outsmart the referees, and the referees trying to keep the game fair. Only time will tell who comes out on top. When you think about blue cards, it's not hard to draw parallels with the yellow and red cards we're all familiar with. Back in the day, people weren't too sure about those either, but now, they're as much a part of football as the ball itself. Whether blue cards will become just as common is up in the air. It's like trying to predict the future of the game. Nobody really knows for sure. Football's always changing, and this could be the next big thing or just a passing fad. Only time will tell if blue cards become a permanent fixture on the field. Looking beyond the big leagues, blue cards could have a big impact on grassroots football. Imagine introducing these rules to kids just starting out in the game. It's not just about discipline, it's about teaching them to play fair and respect the game and each other. Starting early with these values could really shape the future of football. It's like planting seeds for a better, more sportsmanlike culture in the sport. Who knows? Maybe we'll see a whole new generation of players who play hard but play fair, thanks to blue cards. In closing, the talk about blue cards in football shows how much people care about the game. Whether you think they're a game changer or not, blue cards have everyone talking. And no matter what, football spirit stays strong, no matter the rules. So, what's your take on blue cards? Thank you for tuning in to learn more about blue cards in football. If you found this discussion informative, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates on the latest developments in the world of sports. Your support keeps us going. See you next time.